Take every opportunity you get to learn something new. Every time I've talked to someone in public, be that a stranger or a friend, on a whim, I've always gained something out of it. Every time I've said yes or signed up for something, I've always learned something new. Truly missed opportunities are everywhere, and they're so easy to come by. One easily missed opportunity I came by was when I read a poster wrong, thinking that it was something about a club that a friend of mine would like to join. So, I started a conversation to find out more. Although I had completely misread the situation, it eventually led me to join a club filled with new, passionate and friendly people. So, thinking of this as a good opportunity to expose myself to new experiences, I visited the club on the day after. Many things would turn out well for me due to my visit, and I also got into contact with people that I otherwise would have never met before. Meeting new people has indeed provided me with more opportunities than I could have imagined at the start of this year. And the people I've met have taught me so much more than I would have learned on my own. But even staying in close contact with my friends led me to finally landing a summer job, which I had almost given up on. So many things could change the course of your life simply by stepping out the door or coming across the right flyer. So people should be braver today and open to taking more opportunities to hopefully come across exactly what they never knew that they were looking for. But what if it all fails? What if it's all a mistake? Is it even worth it? There are times when you must judge whether or not you can handle the prospects of failure. But a mistake could in and of itself also be an opportunity. As we learn to walk, we need to trip over and over again until we can stand on our own. We blabber nonsense until the moment we can say our first words. Now, you've been learning from your mistakes and improved accordingly all along. And that still goes for today. We need to learn from our mistakes. At the start of summer break, I found myself undertaking a summer job. Lacking any prior experience, I quickly had to pick up everything my colleagues were doing. To say that I was nervous before my first shift would be a grave understatement. And way too early, I felt thrust into a responsibility I was not prepared for. I felt completely overwhelmed, and when my shift ended, I even wondered if I was cut out for this job at all. I dreaded the next day of work, which more or less turned out the same. I'd had enough. Of course, I tried to motivate myself with the pay. Only 2 weeks, then you're done. But that didn't work. No amount of coping worked. So, on the third day, I decided that I was going to take this seriously. Before my shift started, I made sure to read up on what practices I'd be doing. I prepared mentally, and since I was more or less observing and assisting my colleague during the first hour, I engraved everything I could hard in my memory. I'd messed up before, but this time I would need to do better. But yet again, I felt that I was let go on my own too early. I can honestly say that I felt crushed. I was not ready yet. But knowing that I had tried to prepare and involve myself beforehand, I pressed on and completed my shift. Now, something felt much different this time around. Actually having decided to commit fully this time around, that once dreadful task turned out manageable for me. This experience taught me one of the most valuable lessons in my life. Sometimes all you need is a bit of effort, and everything will eventually work itself out. Today was a video that took a really long time to put out, but I'm honestly overjoyed that I managed to put out one more video. Ever since I did my first 2 videos, I've been feeling a bit lost on what I like to do. So, I went out, and I didn't really think about it for months. During these months, I got my hands a bit dirty, and went out of my way to find opportunities. And I did keep myself busy, I really did. I suppose that I've found some unexpected inspiration to talk about finally. Do expect more in the future. I thank you for watching my ramble, and I hope you learned something or gained a new experience. And, as always, see you on the other side.